Look what I've got from Rihanna. Rihanna, how do you pronounce her name, from her collection? And believe me, I've just tried to do videos, so I've ended up putting half it on my face, so I'm going to have to adjust this. It was a little bit difficult to get in. It's not cheap. It's it's the most I've ever spent on one. It's a birthday present. It's the most I've ever spent on a face foundation. It's like a pan stick, that's what they used to call them. They don't call them that anymore. And I've never bought one online because normally my skin's yellow toned, it's warm, it's olive but not very very dark, unless it's, well, I tan easily, real easily, so unless it's in the summer. But I've always tried to stay out the sun, apart from topping my vitamin D up. I usually try and put sun cream in places. Anyway, the point is that I have tried it and it is very dark. It's number 7. Can't get it out. Let me just try again. I think, aha, we've got the top off. So it did take a little bit to get into this darn thing, the little box. I'm going to keep it, but it was sellotaped really well. I guess Rihanna, or company, wants to make sure that it's not going to fall out, nothing's going to happen to it. She wants to make sure everything's the best for her customers. This is not glass, it's plastic. I'll repeat again, like I said, it's number 7, and it was very dark and orange on my skin. Matching it up loads over a matter of the week, to sort of my foundation and my skin type. I thought 7. I thought it'd be between number 7 to 10. I was going to go 10. 10 would have been too much. 9 would have been, if I 8 probably would have been. But you get ones that are like yellow, warmer toned, orangey tones, ones that are paler, slightly pinky toned, that sort of a paler skin. And then you get the ones that are like more ash toned. But look, this comes off. And obviously you can see I've already used it. Actually, it's probably not obvious. It seems, I've heard it's mixed with primer. I don't need a primer with this. I don't need a primer. I didn't put anything on my skin. I'm going to be honest. I used this. And I mean, it clicks into place really easy as well to protect it. It's quite sturdy, so it doesn't like some containers, and it's really sturdy plastic, like I said. It doesn't just come off really easily. So obviously, like, again, she's protecting the product. She wants to make it look like her product's the best. I can't blame her. So yeah, I'm going to show you, because people complain you don't get much. But I've used some, remember, and you can actually tell it's at an angle. You can tell I've used a little bit, although it's not focusing. You get that bit there. It's difficult because it twists and clicks a little bit harder when you get down to this bit. You'll probably have to use your finger, a sponge, an applicator, brush, whatever you want to use. But it glides up and down pretty easily. It glides down more easily than it glides up. You're just clicking it in place. But I need to go for a number 5 or 6. I need a paler shade. I get darker, as I've told you in previous videos, for summer. And then this is perfect for then. It's all right for this time of year because it's the beginning of autumn. But then as winter happens, comes upon us more, my skin will be a little bit paler, and then I will need something like a shade or 2 lighter. So I'm going to have to go in there and get another one at some point. I'll do a review on that. So I've already done this side. I'm going to show you, but I'm going to see it. People say oxidizers, like oxygen, warmth, skin soaking in. Yeah, because I haven't got anything on my skin. Like other people have had all sorts, like serums, primers. None of that on my skin. I'm just using it as it is. And that is where it's probably going to react differently, maybe to other people's skin as well. And I'm also going to be honest, while I'm putting this on, guys, I need to see what I'm doing, but I can't. It's all across there. And it is very natural. It's all across it. I know I have a filter on, but it's very natural. So it looks like, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing heavy foundation, and it's not creamy. It goes on and it has a creamy, thick texture, like those dry cream foundations that came out in the, is it late 90s, early 2000s, where you get Collection 2000, you get this little square pot and you'd rub some on. I think you got like a white square sponge at one side, and you'd wipe it on your face and it'd be like a dry cream, like a powder. That was it, the powder foundation, like a cream powder foundation. That's what this is like. And don't forget, my skin's a little bit older, and like I said, I haven't put any products on, but people said it's creamy. They've probably put loads on, or they've got oily skin. It doesn't feel drying though. It doesn't feel matte. And although I've got the filter, I wouldn't say it's completely like you've put talcum powder on a solid matte colour. There is a slight sort of sheen, but there's no real, as you can see, it's not really much there at all, but that's great. It's like the perfect foundation. I'm converted. I need to find a new one, remember. I'm converted. I'm looking in the mirror now and I don't need a primer. I mean, I've heard it's, like I said, it's got it added. It's just got in all the crevices, crooks and nannies, as my dad used to say, crooks and nannies. But yeah, it's got on all of my crevices, all my wrinkles, and it feels like it's plumping my skin up, even though it is not. And like I said, I can't feel I'm wearing it any more than that side, which is magic. It glides on, like I said, it does feel thick, which is why people mistakenly think it's creamy. But I would say for certain skin types, or if you're wearing something underneath, yeah, it would react differently. It does glide anyway. It does glide. Let's put a little bit on this side. Yeah, because it feels like you're using a lot of the product just from one swipe. It does, but I'm just going to put it down because it got stuck a little bit the first time it's gone down. I love the way it's got like all these like lids and things to protect it. Now I'm going to have to use a mirror because I'm just bog-eyed. I can't see properly without my glasses, so please bear with me. It's easy. They say blend it with your fingers, but I do that anyway. My fingers are my best tools. I like using like sponges and brushes to like blend things or bounce things off. Like I can feel it, and it feels like, you know, a dry oil. If you had the smallest amount of a dry oil, like a mineral oil, like baby oil, the tiniest amount, when you're blending it, it feels that thin, and that sort of drying is hardly any. But this is perfect for now. This will do me for now. And I can mix it. I mix and match my makeup. So what's the, guys, I've got the wrong colour. Well, it's not the wrong colour for this time of year, but it will be when it's come to winter. So I can mix it with a paler foundation or a different foundation. So that's absolutely perfect. Just put a little bit on there because I don't want to dilute this. But to be honest, guys, it is like perfect. It is perfect. I don't know if my skin looks so perfect. It has my freckles. It's not like they show up much anyway. Hardly anything at all, especially this time of year. But yeah, my skin looks absolutely perfect with this. I mean, you know, even though you could probably see a few lines on my forehead, there's just literally nothing on my face. I didn't want to put anything on after having all that crap on my face, all that makeup, and I just wanted to put this on bare by itself. And I feel like really, I'm converted. I wanted a new foundation. She brought it at the right time. Thank you. Rihanna sounds nicer, doesn't it? However you pronounce her name. But yeah, I love it. What do you think? It's like it adapts, really. But yeah. Honestly, guys, when I did that half on the first video, you couldn't tell the difference. I didn't put much on, but there wasn't much of a difference. In fact, there wasn't any difference between my actual skin and what she put on. Brilliant. It just feels great. I don't feel sticky, sweaty, oily, greasy, and I don't feel dried out with a matte. It is the perfect foundation. I'm not buying anything else now. I'm just going to use my Body Shop one up and I'm converted. It might be more expensive, but this will save me in primers too because I'm always looking for primers. Thank you. I highly recommend it. I'm not just saying that. You know, I don't get paid for anything on here. I just wanted to try it. Recommended. Number 7, remember, the colour is number 7. I might go for 5 or 6 and do a review on that.